And we say good morning to you. Welcome. We are broadcasting live on the Food City Friday on the road at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday, show number 594. And they said it wouldn't work, and it's working. And, of course, we are proud to tell you we're down to 100 days till Christmas. How about that? Countdown to Christmas. We're down to 100 days till Christmas 2017 as of today. Again, we're here live again to Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday. Thanks to Grip Energy Drink. We're going to be talking to my man, Al Biker, coming up here in just a few minutes as we are, again, on the trail, on the road, on this Friday to kick off the weekend, September the 15th. It's Florida-Tennessee weekend. It's also the big sale weekend. It's the $5 Friday. It's got some great specials going on at your local Food City. We're going to tell you all about that coming up here as the show unfolds. We're going to be talking to our buddy, Al Biker. We're going to be talking to, we have Pat Patterson live with us from Chicago now, kicking off the, you better believe it, getting ready to kick off the chase for the championship, although they're not calling it the chase, but that's what we're going to call it, the chase for the championship. We'll have that for you coming up here in a little while. Sean Whitten, head football coach, Elizabethton Cyclones, going to join us by phone, talking about their game tonight, homecoming in Betsytown against the Granger Grizzlies. Vince Red, former Elizabethton star, former UVA star, and former football player for the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs, going to come by here and join us live. He's about 6'7", big old tall drink of water, much like the guy sitting in here beside us. And so we're excited about having Vince Red come on. Pat Patterson will join us live from Chicago, getting ready with the Performance Racing Network, getting ready, of course, to go racing with this weekend's running of the opening race to the chase for the championship. We'll talk to him about that. Dave Martin joins us live from Cincinnati, talking about the Reds. Who cares? They went by, got the new manager, or rather the same manager for 2018. What are they smoking in Cincinnati? I don't know. Talking about the Bengals. Ooh, what a bad football team. 9 points in 2 games. Got beat again last night. They're out of the gate 0-2. We'll talk about that last night. The Texans beat them in Cincinnati. Also, the Buckeyes. Of course, he'll be live with us from WLW Radio in Cincinnati. Can the Buckeyes bounce back after losing to Oklahoma? Yeah, they got Army at the Horseshoe coming up tomorrow evening in Columbus. We'll talk all about that. Big Daddy Dale's in the house. Also, Al Biker is in the house as well. We're going to play a little trivia coming up here in a minute. So we've got college football. We've got, of course, talking about School Bucks Challenge that started off at Food City. We're going to talk a little college football. We're going to talk NFL football. We're going to talk Major League Baseball. They did it last night. The Indians broke the record. Now, the all-time record's 26, but it doesn't count because there's a tie in the middle of all that. So, for all intents and purposes, this is the record for the Cleveland Indians. And so it's all good, and it's all right here. And, again, we'll talk some high school football. Big night for high school football. Yesterday we were at Champion Chevrolet. They're loaning out 18 Corvettes all across the region. It's homecoming night tonight in Elizabethton, in Johnson City, and Science Hills. Boone got theirs tonight, too, homecoming? Have no clue. He had that deer and headlight look, and he has, more times than not, has no clue. We're going to have Al come by and talk about a big truck race tomorrow coming up at Kingsport Speedway, the Concrete Jungle. All that straight ahead on show number 594. They said it wouldn't work. And also, as we told you, the countdown to Christmas, we're 100 days away from Christmas. We're going to talk to Big Daddy Dale Hammond coming up next year, live at Food City in Gray on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back on the Tom Davis Sports Show. We all know I'm not Dale Hammett. We got to get rid of that real quick. Let's get the dual camera up. No, I can't go down that trail. Woo, laws of mercy. There, there he is. There's my buddy, Big. Look up there, Big. Look right. Hey, we're over here. Big Daddy Dale Hammett is in the house. How you doing, Bubba? I'm doing fantastic. I've missed being out here with you. It's just not the same. Wait a minute, you're not even on. Hit this button right. You done that big old elbow. There we go. Now you're on. I have missed being out here with you, big dog. Thank you. This is my water, Aaron.
I've missed having you.
Cold. Last time I was here, we went out in the back, got the hot water. So thanks.
I tried to get hot water this time.
We're gonna talk a little sports here in a minute, but he is the store manager at Food City and Greg, and we've got the $5 Friday. Ooh, it's got some deals, big dog. Tell me about it.
Okay, for today only, we've got New York strip steaks for $5 a pound in the family pack. We've got 24-pack Coca-Cola for $5. That's my fan club. We've got the Halo ice cream, the Halo Top ice cream, 2 for $5. Maxwell House Wake Up Roast coffee is $5 a can. Lux beans, we've got 12 cans for $5. The Cottonelle tissue and the Viva towels are $5. And one good thing we've got in our produce department, we've got our fruit or veggie trays for $5 each. We have selected varieties of specialty cheese in the bakery deli for $5. We've got Fisher's Meat Wieners or Bologna 4 packs for $5, and the 72 slice Food Club American singles for $5.
Yep. So these are all deals now. Somebody asked me, because they knew I was coming to Food City, the Midnight Madness sale starts at noon typically. Now these are going on now?
Yes,
so
from open to close today. Right.
So it's up and running now.
It's going right now.
I got you. All right. Something else he likes to brag on, because it's School Bucks time, the OK Corral. We just cranked it up. And again, we pledged, what was it?
$700,000
again for Food City. I think it's phenomenal, because down in the press release it says $17.9 million Food City has given back to schools. I don't know how many years they've done it. Doesn't say. Do you have any idea? Ballpark number?
No, I've been here 21 years, and we've done it ever since I've been here.
It's incredible.
Yep.
And so the beauty of this is that, schools use it as they need it. If it's athletics, if it's to put it, I don't know, buy microscopes or to buy kickballs in gym or buy whatever they got to buy, paper for the copier in the office, they use as they want. You always like to go out and pass out checks. You're like Santa Claus. Give me some amounts of some of the checks you passed out. Off the top of your head.
In the past, I've passed out checks up better than $4,000 just for one school.
Incredible. That is incredible. The big sign right here as soon as you come into Food City here in Gray, School Bucks Challenge. Shop and earn money for your school. Your school can earn a point for every dollar you spend at Food City. So tell us how it works, big guy.
All you got to do is either hook up your value card. You can go to foodcity.com and /schoolbucks, or you can just come in the store, and when you go through the register, they'll hook it up for you at the cash register.
There you go.
Very easy. But you have to do it every year. It has to be done every school year.
Now, what happens if you have a kid or a grandkid, or one in one school, one in the other? How does that work? Do you split them up?
You can. You can put so much on each school.
Yeah. So there you go. It's very easy to do at the cash register. I did mine last week, and so School Bucks has kicked in for 2017, 2018, runs through May 8th of next year. Schools are in your territory. Daniel Boone, I guess. Who else?
All right, Daniel Boone. I've got Gray Elementary, Ridgeview Elementary. We've got a Tri-City Christian School out here. Fall Branch is in our district. Boones Creek Middle, Boones Creek Elementary. Just all the local schools.
Yep. So checks anywhere from $0 up to $4,000, and you passed them out in years past, $1,500, $1,200, $2,000. So it's really cool. And all you got to do as a consumer. And here's the beauty of it. I travel a lot, so if I use my Food City Value Card in Belfry, Kentucky, or Pigeon Forge, or down in Chattanooga, and we're in 4 states now, swiping that value card works it goes to any.
Works at all food cities,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
So I tried to say, didn't say it right, but yeah, once it's in there, it's in the system, it's in all the stores across 4 states. So wherever you are shopping at Food City, when they swipe your card, once you set up the school you wanted to go to, then you get credited there anywhere and everywhere you shop, every time you shop at Food City. How's that? Did I say it right?
You got it.
There you go. Tennessee, Florida, what do you think?
Tennessee.
Tell me why.
Better team.
Well, as an analyst, we're a little bit more. What's some chalk talk besides the fact that they're a better team?
That's pretty much the bottom line. Better team. I think Tennessee will be better prepared for them. Florida's got some issues going on down there right now, and I think it's make the streak to 2.
There you go. There's a young lady got her a Grip Energy drink. Good job. Lemon lime. That's a good one. They're all good. And we're giving them away here today. All natural ingredients. Again, the Grip Energy drink. Our man's in here. He's going to talk to us in a little while. Our buddy Al Biker. So it is time for trivia. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to go on record and tell you right now, this man will not go 5 for 5. Not going to happen in the trivia. The last time I said that, I got my biscuits burnt because he went 5 for 5. And he would come by every few minutes after he did that and say, "How'd I do, Tom?" I said, "You did 5 for 5, Dale." And I go away. So there you go.
There
Ready?
you go. All right, I'm ready.
This is, by the way, our category is college football. Number 1, true or false? These are all true or false questions. Alabama has the most Heisman Trophy winners in the Southeastern Conference. True or false? Alabama has the most Heisman Trophy winners in the Southeastern Conference.
False.
False. Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. All right. You got that one right. Number 2. The first, true or false, the first sophomore to win the Heisman Trophy was Charlie Ward. The Florida State Seminoles. True or false? First sophomore.
False.
What?
False.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Okay.
2 for 2.
You know who did it?
No.
Tebow, 2007. Question number 3.
Number 3.
True or false? Georgia Tech was an original member of the Southeastern Conference. True or
True.
false? What?
True.
Final answer?
Final answer. Hit the bell. Hit the bell.
Oh, it's broke. All right. They did drop out in 1964. Question number 4.
Number 4.
Southeastern Conference football titles. Alabama is first. Tennessee second. LSU is third. The most Southeastern Conference football titles. True or false?
Alabama, Tennessee, and what?
They're first and second.
And who was third?
Third is true or false. It's LSU, third with the most SEC titles after Alabama and UT.
I'm going to say it's false.
False?
False.
Final answer?
Final answer. Ring the bell. There you go. 4 for 4. What was it on those?
Georgia got 12. LSU's got 11. Okay, we got to take a break. It's smoke break, some kind of a break. Got to take a Grip Energy break. Okay, question number 5. God, if he gets this, I will never hear the end of this crap. All right, but hadn't won yet. All right, last question, true or false? Kentucky, University of Kentucky has never won an SEC title. True or false?
We're only talking football, correct?
Football, yep. Kentucky has never won an. I know her. Kentucky has never won an SEC title. True or false?
They probably won one back in time somewhere. And I'm going to say true. They've never won one.
Never won one.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
19. They won 2. Last one's in 1976. 4 for 5. Thank you, Lord. I didn't want to hear that. 4 for 5. But hey, that's pretty good. My man.
4 for 5.
4 for
that's
5,
pretty good.
but no cigar.
Yep.
That's good.
All right.
Whew. Those are pretty tough. I have to give them credit. Those are good. 4 for 5. Wildcats won it back in 76. All right, $5. Get it, hit it for me one more time. Big Daddy, you can come back a little while and do it again. $5 Friday. Here we go. This is at all Food Cities. If you like Coca-Cola, if you're a connoisseur of Coca-Cola, you want to listen up. Got them on sale today at all Food Cities. If you need some toilet paper, some ice cream, some coffee, some beans, take it away, big guy. Run it down through there.
Okay, start with, we got the USDA Select New York Strip Steaks for $5 a pound in the family pack. We've got the Coca-Cola 24 packs for $5. The Halo Top Ice Cream is 2 for $5. Maxwell House Coffee is $5 a can. Lux Beans are 12 cans for $5. Cottonelle or Viva Towels or Tissue is $5. We've got the fruit or veggie trays in our produce department for $5. We got selected varieties of specialty cheeses in our bakery deli for $5. The Hershey's Jumbo Bag Candy, $5. Food Club Singles, 72 slices for $5. And the Fisher Meat, Bologna, or Wieners, 4 for $5.
And that right there will take care of it.
That'll do it.
Come back a little while, I hope.
I will.
Yeah, 4 for 5. Clemson,
All right, brother.
Louisville, who you like?
Clemson.
Virginia Tech, East Carolina.
I go with Tech.
Hokies. Hokey.
Jokey. Hokie.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We're going to go on the phone. We'll join Sean Witten, head football coach, Elizabethton Cyclones. It's Football Friday in Tennessee and most places in high school football. He joins us next. We're live at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
We're back with the Tom Davis Sports Show. Let's go to the phone. He's there. Our buddy Sean Whitten, the head football coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones, with us live in Elizabethton, obviously. Good morning, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
Fine. Fantastic. Beautiful day for football. The weather's going to be perfect for a Friday night homecoming. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's go back. Big win last week for the Cyclones over a really good Daniel Boone football team. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was, Tom. It was a big win for us. Over the last couple weeks, we improved and did a lot of things in the win versus South versus Southern East. But you really don't find out what kind of football team you have and how good you really are until you face a good football team. So played a Daniel Boone football team that racked up almost 400 yards rushing against Tennessee High, a big conference game 2 weeks ago. Came in here with a lot of momentum. Close ball game a year ago, 14-6 win over there at their place. So 10 offensive starters returning. And, we just did a good job. We game tackled on defense, got off to a good start. Offensively, we executed early, came out throwing the ball, opened it up a little bit, and, got a chance to go up 21-0. So big interception by one of our senior linebackers, Tyson Vance, early in the game, and we set the tone. It was great. It was a great feeling for our kids. We got great young men that work extremely hard, probably one of our better weeks of preparation. We brought our kids over the weekend, Labor Day, and we had a Sunday film, and then we had a two-hour practice Monday morning with an hour special teams practice and kind of sharpen up a little bit. So I really felt that the Boone game was going to be kind of make or break our season. It's kind of a big win right there. It gives us a lot of momentum for the second half of the season, and it was awesome the way our kids played and the way we held on to win the game.
I was there, of course, on the sideline. I'll be there again tonight to watch the Cyclones. And what struck me was the resiliency of your football team. You're up big against Daniel Boone. Here they come roaring back, and yet you guys kind of held off the charge by Boone to hang on the win. Showed me something about your kids and being resilient when they were facing some adversity.
Well, you're right, Tommy. It would have been great to kind of, end up with a big win, a big convincing win and build a confidence. But I think for our team in the long run, it was good that Boone came back, and like you said, we showed some resilience to win at the end. We had to continue to play. We had to, we only had one first down in the second half until we scored on the last drive, but we had to make some plays, you know, and they challenged our defense in the second half. They started bringing some pressure that we weren't able to pick up early, and, you know, we had to continue playing, and that shows signs of a good football team. You know, it's easy to go out there when you're up 28-6, you know, and just kind of, you know, let your foot off the gas pedal a little bit and let them crawl back into it, and, you know, we have a big win. But it was good to see our kids have to fight out the win. They've got a good football team. They're well coached, you know, and they do a lot of things that they're physical. They do a lot of things that give you a lot of problems. But, you know, when a football team comes in here and they rush for almost 400 yards a week ago against a good Tennessee High football team and a good rival there, that shows you something. So it tells us a lot about our kids, you know, and our kids got ready to play. They were focused. You know, sure, we lost a little bit of focus in the second half, lost a little, let up some, but, you know, we were able to close it off, and, you know, it was a big win for us.
We're talking to Sean Whitten, you see on the phone, on the screen, he's with us on the phone, and, of course, tonight it's homecoming. The Granger Grizzlies come to town. Give me a scouting report on Granger. It's, from what I can tell, what you were telling me earlier in the week, it's a totally different offensive set than we saw against Daniel Boone. So, scouting report on Granger.
Well, it's a lot like a Georgia Tech, you know, triple option football team, but first time in school history we played Granger. We kind of approached it a little bit like a first-round playoff type game, you know. Last year we played McMahon Central, somewhere we never played before, so it's an uncommon opponent. You know, a team that's played in a pretty tough league. You know, they played against Greenville over the last several years in their league, so they know what good competition is. And, you know, the team comes in here and tries to run the ball and tries to you know, make the ball go lateral a little bit and makes you play a little bit disciplined defense when you run the triple option. And obviously, we saw that, you know, how much difficulty that is when you play a team like Georgia Tech and run the ball. No matter how long you prepare for them, it's always tough to play. So it's a good challenge. It's a good, you know, a lot of festivities this week for homecoming early in the year. It's going to be a great night. We're excited about it. You know, ultimately there's a football game at the end of all these festivities, so hopefully our kids will get their mind back on track and get ready to go. But, you know, I'm just looking for a kid to come out and continue to play well. And, you know, we still got a lot of season left to play, a lot of games left to go. And, you know, we still want to keep improving and keep battling. And, you know, we like where we are and we know where we want to get to. We just got to kind of finish it off.
You got it. Can't wait to be there tonight. Of course, the Betsy Band, you have great crowd support. They tailgate in Elizabeth, and the band's fantastic. And, of course, they're the 12th man for the football team. So should be a great night tonight. Weather's going to be perfect for homecoming and perfect for, hopefully, an Elizabeth to win over the Granger Grizzlies. Coach, I'll see you tonight. Go Cyclones. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Yep, great job right there. Love that guy right there. Sean Whitten, again, the head football coach of the Elizabethton Cyclones. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back to a guy who played at Elizabethton. He played at Virginia. This guy played for the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. This guy is one of us, and he's on fire for the Lord, and I'm excited about it. We're going to talk to him coming up next year. He's become a good buddy. He's big, too. He's Big Daddy. His name is Vince. He joins us next here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, live from Food City and Gray, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
At American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import and Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here are the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance. We follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400, your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitats, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
Back with the Tom Davis Sports Show. No, I'm not Vince Red. Let's get him on the screen because we're live at Griffin City in Gray. Nope, I didn't play for the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots, but this man did. Played football at Elizabethton, played football at Virginia, played football at Liberty, went on into the NFL, and got him to come by here and spend a little time with us. Former NFL, UVA, and Elizabethton star. How you doing, my friend?
Doing very well, man. Appreciate you having me on, buddy.
Yeah, man. I love it. Love this guy. We have become friends, and we're going to talk about that coming up from the spiritual standpoint here in just a moment. But again, refresh our memory. You were a heck of an athlete at Elizabethton back in the day. Played, 2 sports?
Yeah, triple sport. Actually played track, a little bit of track as well, just to stay moving, keep it moving. But yeah, football, basketball for sure. Did those. We had a good thing going on when we was there for sure. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of good people on the team, a lot of good teammates, a lot of good coaches, and it was totally a blast. It was a total full city community type of an event every year, every time we stepped out on the field or on the court.
Still is. I mean, Friday night over there tonight, place will be packed. They tailgate. The band's awesome. I mean, Elizabeth is a great sports community. Big memories for you. Let's start with football. Give me some memories in high school that you always treasure. Big game, big tackle, big hit, big something.
I mean, always a Science Hill game. Just winning that Science Hill game in the way we had to overcome to win, and it was truly a team sport. Everybody chipped in. A lot of the memories just on being around the guys, going to eat at a couple of the different houses throughout the week, and just enjoying that brotherhood and that camaraderie that only sports can give to somebody. Well, I shouldn't say only sports, but a lot of the sports gives to somebody.
Who were some of your teammates you remember?
Ryan Curtis, Walter Brown for sure, Lester Bailey. The list goes on. Everybody keeps popping in my head. Neil Wandell, a little bit of John Mills. You go back, into some of the younger days. Jason Witten was actually a senior, and watching 22 guys who grew up together all take a legacy and basically hand it over to another set of guys and watch them go ahead and take over. And just keep passing down tradition after tradition of Elizabethton sports and Elizabethton football, as well as basketball. We had some good things with Tony Harden as our head coach there, and had a chance to make it to state, played there. Fell a little bit short, but, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you guys did go to the state tournament, right?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
talking to Vince Red again. We're live here at Food City and Gray. The $5 sale is up and running. We'll tell you more about that coming up in a moment. So then you left, or didn't leave, but you graduated from Elizabethton, moved on to UVA, and then moved into Liberty University. Tell me about your college career.
College career was a little bit shaky, a little rocky. You know what I mean? There's a saying that, you know what I mean, you tell a man your plans and watch him laugh at you for sure. So signed up to go. Had a great time there at the University of Virginia. Had a couple bumps in the road, but it was about finding a different thing, about overcoming and continuing on a dream and a path. Had an opportunity to go to Liberty Flames and set out based off of decisions I made of not paying attention to what classwork does for somebody, and had a chance to go out and get some film done for my senior year. Had an amazing season that year. We actually won the conference championship then. Missed the shoe in on the playoffs, but springboarded a lot of guys into great careers. I still talk to a couple of the people on that team there, and they're good family guys, good businessmen, and had an amazing relationship with our coach Danny Rocco at the time, and just had enough of an influence and enough film to get a chance to play with the Patriots for just a short period of time.
Talk about that again. We're talking to Vince Red from Elizabethton. You see on the screen former NFL, UVA, Liberty, and Elizabethton football and basketball star. You did get a chance to go and play with the Patriots. Something about that?
Yeah, it was a little kid's dream, and it's always good to have somebody. I know my story is my story, but everybody has one, and it was truly about having something that you really wanted and going for it no matter what doors, avenues, and windows open up and close, being able to say that this is something I want to go for and walking it out to be able to do it. And playing with the Patriots was an amazing experience because there was so many of the guys that played for 10, 11, 12. Tom Brady's still there. He's 40 years old, still playing. And talk about success and talking about the drive and the heart and the passion that it takes to put yourself into something day in, day out. You might call it a job, but for a lot of people, it's 24/7. There is no other things, and just being able to see what it takes to succeed.
I know a lot of people don't like the Patriots simply because they're successful. We were talking about this the other day at lunch with a buddy of mine. I said, you know, you can pick the Yankees, you can pick, Kyle Busch now in NASCAR, Darrell Waltrip. There was a time Dale Sr. wasn't like, you know, he's worshipped now, but back in the day when he won so much, people got tired of the same people winning. That looks to be the same with the Patriots. People are tired of Tom Brady and the New England Patriots being so successful. They got a system in place, though, don't they?
Yes. Yeah, it's got to be. You got to have a plan. You got to have a system, but you also have to even when things are going right, see what else you can get better at. And that's what makes those people great. That's what makes them so successful. Is even though they were still winning, they still showed up the next morning, the next day when somebody else might have been sleeping, to see what can I get better at.
Well, it's like I'm going to use Nick Saban. There again, folks don't like Saban around here because he's from Alabama, but they lose to Clemson. Took 2 days off. Right back in office, getting ready for 2017. And when he won the national championship, so I'm going to take, I think he said a week or 10 days off, then I'm right back in the office working to be successful for next year. So it doesn't stop. Were you around Belichick any at all of the Patriot game?
Yeah, because he's a defensive guy, and so you get a lot of, not so much one-on-ones, but a lot of the conversation about where his mindset is and what his thought process is and his success is and what it would look like for him on a daily basis. And he's one of those same type of guys. This is what he wants to do. This is what he set out to do. That's what he feels like he's best at, and he wants to get better at it every day.
Tennessee, Florida. What's your take tomorrow in the Swamp?
Go Vols. Go Vols.
Got Tennessee winning. Tell me why.
You can see that they're putting things together. There's little bits and pieces on, early in the year, this is what happens. You got to find that groove and get into it. And I believe that they're definitely seeking for it and searching for it. And so this will be a good test for them to put it all together.
Clemson, Louisville.
Clemson looked amazing last year. Let's see if they do a repeat. Yeah.
They beat Auburn last week. Held them to 6 points. They only had 14, but. I think Clemson's defense is going to throttle Lamar Jackson in Louisville. We'll see. They play them tomorrow night in Louisville. Not always a pleasant topic to bring up, the Hokies, being a UVA guy, because that's like a serious rivalry, the Commonwealth Cup. Hokies, nonetheless, will go to East Carolina tomorrow, the other regional team. What do you think?
I'm not. I can't say it'll be a walkover game or nothing like that, but I'm sure they'll put on a good showing for sure.
Is Alabama the best team in college football right now?
UVA. Yeah, they're pretty good. You know, they are pretty good. They got a good thing going on down there for sure.
He's got a good thing going on too. Here's a young man who, again, will tell you, had some bumps in the road, but bounced back and got things turned around, pointing in the right direction. Tell me about it.
Yes. Oh yeah. You know, sports is always said as a small microcosm of life, and so what it teaches is failure and overcoming, and being able to know what you do, know where you're going to be able to overcome. And so I've had my bumps and bruises, but I know testimony and story wise, it's not just your story. It's meant to be shared, and for a person to overcome, it's meant to help somebody else overcome. So who am I to say that I did something, might have failed at it, but I know that's not the end of my life. That's not the only thing. I know where I'm moving forward, and I know where I'm going. And I'm excited to be able to show people that even though you do got a bump or a bruise, those chains don't have to hold you still steady there. There is a way to break through.
That's exactly right. And I think we all go through the experience that we go through because somewhere down the line, we can help somebody because we went through what they went through, and it's like you don't know that at the time. Going, why is this happening to me? But then, you know, it's happened to me several times in my life. Things have happened, and down the line I go, oh, it's one of those moments. It's like, okay, I get it now. Now I know why I went through what I went through because there's somebody going through it, and I'm kind of like a, I don't know, mentor, but kind of like a buddy to kind of say, look, I went through that and made it. You can too.
Yeah, and that's how cool is it that we're not in this thing alone. As much as the enemy would want you to think that you are in this thing alone, there's always somebody that's overcame whatever it is that you wanted that you're looking to overcome or jump over that hurdle to be able to put yourself in that position to say, I did it, you can do it. I think that's the true meaning of success, is being able to show somebody else that you can do more, you can be more, you can become that person that you truly want to become deep down.
The Lord got a hold of him, and you got a hold of the Lord. Tell me about it.
I seeked him out. It's simple as that. You know, you always hear being in the Bible Belt. I grew up in church, but how much church is in you, or how much of the Bible is in you, in a person? And the only way that you can understand what the Word says is to get in it. And there's a lot of people. I had a friend that told me the Bible is simple to understand, but we've been taught so many different things. It makes it convoluted, and we get it all twisted up and backwards, and it's as simple as it is. It's the truth, it's the word, there is nothing else. But we want to put our own twist on things to make it to fit our lifestyles, and that's where we all mess up. And I've fallen victim to that for sure, but I was looking for the ultimate truth, nothing else. I want to know what's real and what's not, and I'm going to stand on what's real because I know it, I've seen it, I've experienced it, and there's no better feeling.
In closing, look up in that camera and talk to those people out on the other side of the camera. This, by the way, is archived. You can go back and watch this over and over, but look in that camera and tell them, young people, older people, baby boomers, little fellers, big fellers, little girls, big girls, talk to them about how the King of Kings can get a hold of you and take care of you.
You want to know a real relationship. You want a real relationship, even a relationship that you have with someone else. You want that relationship to be better. Find a core belief system as people, as yourself first. You can't, because nobody's going to give you a great feeling. Nobody's going to give you salvation. Nobody's going to give you eternal life but Jesus Christ. After that, standing just on that and showing love to everyone that you meet and having it in your heart is the only place. And I promise you there's no better feeling than just to do that for sure. Take your eyes off of just yourself and see someone else, because there's always somebody looking at you to see how you act, how you treat other people. And is that Jesus? Do they see Jesus in you, and do you carry it with you every day? Because that's my goal every morning, is to make sure that Jesus is with me and somebody else can feel it every day.
Some taters.
My brother.
Vince Red. We'll get you back on real soon.
Yes, sir. I definitely do appreciate it, and I wish y'all a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
There you go. I'll talk to him soon. We'll take a quick break, come right back. We'll take a look at NFL. Al Biker is here, back in, talking to us next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but Owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
I'm Tom Taylor, you are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom of Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us. We're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh, yeah. Putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. events. Don't forget, you can win tickets to Charlotte Motor Speedway right here. All you got to do is go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, giving away tickets for the Xfinity Series. This is part of the chase, of course. The Drive for the Cure on October the 7th, and the Bank of America 500, the Cup Series on October the 8th. We'll give it away on Monday, October the 2nd. Good luck. Again, no purchase necessary, and again, just simply go to TomTaylorSports.com/contest, and you have, and we appreciate that very, very much. We're live here again at Food City and Gray. My man is with us. There he is, Outbiker with Grip Energy Drink, our title sponsor of the show. Love drinking it, love talking about it, love wearing the ball cap, love talking about the truck coming to town. So, how you doing, big guy?
Pretty good. How you doing, Tom?
Oh, fantastic. Love to work this guy. This man is a, even Dale Hammond said a while ago, said, this guy is everywhere. I said, he's a beast. He's on the move all the time. So, tell us, we'll get into product in just a moment. Tell us about the big truck race tomorrow happening at the Speedway.
So, we've done the Grip Energy Tour in Newport and Lonesome Pine, and now this will be the first time we'll be at the Kingsport Speedway. So actually today they're having practice there from like 3 to 7, but the trucks will be coming. This is going to be your last chance to be able to get any kind of racing at the Kingsport Speedway till spring of next year. So if you're looking for that fix before winter sets in, come over, watch the trucks. They got the Carolina Vintage, I think it's the Mod 4 that they call it, the mini cups that they have as well. Come by and see Courtney and Lindsay and Lexi and Aaron and get you some free drinks, watch the race, be a good time.
Yep, that's coming up tomorrow. Gates open at 4, racing starts at 7. You guys, Grip will be there. Where are you going to be and what are you going to be doing?
Okay, so we'll be there with sampling drinks. We'll be up in the vendor area up there. But also, we will have the Food City Pit Crew Challenge. We got the 3 Kingsport stores all involved. Find out which of the Kingsport stores will be the fastest store in the Kingsport area. So they're all chomping at the bit. So we'll be doing that tomorrow as well. And then also this evening, we'll be over at the store number 629 in Johnson City.
Go and get you one.
And be doing the pep rally there for ETSU. Same thing, we'll be having some things that you can do to win some drinks. We'll have a football throw contest to do and that sort of thing. And we'll have our race truck on display there as well.
That's all coming up again tomorrow. Gates open at 4, race starts at 7. Now tonight, chronologically got something going on tonight at another Food City, at Derrick's Food City over in North State of Franklin and Johnson City. A big pep rally for the Buccaneer football team. Grip's going to be there. Tell me about that.
Right. So we're going to be over there supporting ETSU, also sampling drinks and so forth. And we'll be having contests where you can win some drinks. We've got a barrel throw where we have a barrel cooler where you have to get the football in. We have other things that you can do where you register to win some groceries and stuff. So should be a good time. I know that they'll have cheerleaders and football players and things like that that'll be around, to do that. And the coach will be there, from what I understand. So be a good chance to get up and close and personal with them.
Yeah, Coach Torbush, great Christian man, and the head football coach of the Buccaneers. So they're playing the Citadel Bulldogs tomorrow. A big old triple option offense. Hello, Elmer. I'm doing good, my friend. The triple option offense again tomorrow with the Citadel Bulldogs. Kind of interesting. They were displaced by the storm, Hurricane Irma. They were actually in Johnson City practicing Monday. Then they stayed here overnight. Then they moved down to Travelers Rest, and there was rain there, so they called Clemson. Dabo Sweeney, the head coach, said, hey, here's our situation. We can't get back to Charleston. He said, sure. So he let them practice inside the Clemson indoor facility for 2 hours. And so these guys kind of been nomads. So the coach is like, we're trying to get ready for a football game, and we've been, living out of suitcases. I think they finally got back into Charleston, but they're back up here to battle the Bucs tomorrow. So, kind of puts things into perspective, much like the Tennessee-Florida game. Coach Michael Wayne of the Florida Gators has dedicated the game tomorrow to everybody in Florida that's going through some tremendous tragedy and catastrophic situation, of course, with Irma. So it kind of puts everything in perspective. It's more than just football, isn't it?
It does. And the way everybody kind of comes together and works, is really what it's all about.
Absolutely. We're talking now Al Biker again on the screen with a Grip Energy drink. So that is this afternoon. I guess starts at 5:30, I believe, right?
We're going to be there at 4 set up.
Yeah.
Sometimes with those times, I think it varies. Like we did the one in Knoxville the other day in Powell, and it actually started at 3. We were there at 4, but that's what our email said was 4. So we did that.
Yeah, 5:30 till 7 tonight.
Okay.
North State of Franklin. So gonna be a lot of fun. Grip will be there, pass out things. Of course, the big cart's gonna be there, and Miss Food City's gonna be there. All kinds of cool stuff happening. So that'll be happening today from 5:30 until 7. Food City E-Tissue Pep Rally in North State of Franklin. The Johnson City store, Derrick store there, the brand new one near the new post office on State of Franklin. We're talking to Al Biker Grip Energy Drink. We love promoting this product. Hello to Louie, by the way. I did not know that Louie, I don't know how to say his last name up in Yonkers. Louie.
Oh, you're talking about Frankie.
Frankie. Not
Frankie.
Louie, I'm sorry. I know Louie. No, never mind. Frankie. Well, I hear about that. Frankie from Yonkers, New York, is a big Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I didn't know that. And I'm a big Raiders fan.
Really?
No, oh, yeah, there's only one team.
Well, everybody has to choose a team. So I'm glad. I'm glad. No.
Who's your team?
I'm a Seahawks guy.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. But me and Frankie, win, lose, or tie, I'm a Raider till I die. Ooh, the Raiders. Oh, yeah.
Well, at least you guys got Marshawn Lynch this year.
So beast mode.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick the Jets' tail coming up on Sunday. We got the Jets and the Black Hole in Oakland. Who's the Seahawks got?
They're playing the 49ers.
Ooh,
yeah.
That should be a W.
Yep. They always play us close. Yeah. I used to be back in the day, this is how old I am, I used to be a Baltimore Colts fan. And I lived about 3 miles from the training camp, and I'd go down there and watch those guys. And then in the middle of the night in February, when they moved out of Baltimore on the Mayflower moving vans and went to Indian, I was devastated. Yeah. I think I was probably locked in my apartment for like a month. Yeah. Didn't want to come out. Yeah. So I needed to find a football team. I didn't know what to do, and then I saw this Jim Zorn, Steve Largent combination. I'm like,
that's it.
That's my team.
That's your team.
So for many years and a lot of losses, I've been with them. So I'm kind of happy now where the team's kind of winning. But that's kind of my connection. Picking the underdog and then sticking with them, and now they're champions.
So you big fan of Johnny U?
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day?
Yep. I took my dad to, it was Christmas Eve, took him to see the Raiders and the Colts play in a double overtime playoff game on Christmas Eve where Stabler threw the ball up and Dave Casper, I don't know how he caught it, just running like this, caught the ball, got it, downed it, kicked the field goal and won. But it was, I know.
The Raiders.
Double overtime in a playoff game.
And it still hurts.
It does. It does. Even though they're not my team anymore.
The wound is still open.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
We're talking to Al Biker again. So Frankie, my man up in Yonkers, New York, we're fellow Raiders fans, and Frankie's involved in an investment opportunity with this great company known as Grip Energy Drink. So I wrote down some things last week. No taurine.
Correct.
Longer lasting. It's full of biotin. You said that's why my beard's getting whiter, because it's full of biotin.
Yep. Nails.
There you go.
Yep.
Natural cane sugar. So tell me some more selling points about Grip Energy Drink.
Okay, so the coloring and the flavor is derived from vegetables. So we don't use, fruit juice. The fruit juice and the combination of that with the B vitamins would give it kind of a weird taste. So we had to think of a way, how could we keep it all natural and, be able to develop the taste that we wanted. So with that being said, that's what we came up with the vegetables. So everything in our sugar drink is all natural except the container. And then in our sugar freeze, we do have to use a sugar substitute. So that's really the only thing that's not natural in our sugar-free drink.
Vegetable juice, coloring, and flavoring, all natural ingredients, full of vitamin B. Biotin with your hair, your skin, and your nails. It also has niacin. It is kosher. It is vegan friendly.
Exactly.
Has B1, B12. It's good also has some glucosamine in it for your joints. How am I doing so far?
You're on point.
I'm reading all this. Again, sugar-free orange.
You need to come sample for us later.
I would do that. I could do that. I can move the product for this because I believe in the product. And you know, as far as sponsors on the show, and I tell everybody because I've had folks approach me about sponsoring and being a sponsor. I said, if I don't believe in what you got, I'm not going to promote it. I believe in what goes on here at Grip Energy Drink. I've done, of course, root beer is my favorite, but I've developed a real liking for the pineapple and the lemon lime, all of them.
You must be mixing that or something.
No.
Okay.
I'm a no mixing kind of guy.
All right, good.
But no, I got the king. I don't need mixing. Sugar-free orange, sugar-free pink grapefruit, lemon lime, root beer, pineapple, white grape, all again natural cane sugar, and so and only 5 calories or 2 grams of carbs. Did I write that down right?
In the sugar-frees, yes.
Yeah, 5 calories and 2 grams of carbs in sugar-free.
Correct.
See there? That's my little cheat sheet.
Now, since you use the drink, you know and understand it doesn't give you the heart palpitations. It's a gradual energy effect. It stays with you, where we incorporate it with the B vitamins and the caffeine to work together to work with the food in your body to produce energy. You don't get the crash after because you're not all revved up too quick and then your body burns what's in there. So everybody looks for a pick-me-up these days. You know, I mean, as much as we work and as much as we do and as much as we're on the go, we need something to help us. And this is a better way even versus a soft drink or anything like that.
I've never heard of it before.
Well, you can have one. What do you drink during the day?
Normally tea and Coke.
See, this is a better alternative even than Coke. We have sugar-free versions and we have sugar versions. In our sugar version, we use all natural cane sugar and stevia for a sweetener. Has all your B vitamins from B1 to B12. Has your daily allowance of biotin for your hair, skin, and nails. And you'll just be more focused and productive at work when you go back.
And it's free.
Thank you.
And the best price is, it's free. There you go.
There you go. Thank you, ma'am.
Yep. You just heard a sales pitch from the marketing machine himself, Al Almager. The guy's a marketing machine. I'll tell you, he does it. Even Dale Hammond said, the guy's everywhere. I said, oh, I know. He is everywhere. But proof's in the pudding, too. The product's moving. And so tomorrow there's a truck race he's got him involved in. Today he's got the pep rally at the other Food City Crosstown, North Johnson City. And so you sponsored Cress Van Dyke, who just went on to win both Lonesome Pine and Kingsport Speedway. He was a sponsor, or Grip will sponsor the car this season. So you're everywhere.
Tennessee State Championship, and today's actually testing at Martinsville for the race next week that they have up there.
There you go.
So
Grip Energy Drink in all the stores, again, across 4 states, again, at Food City. Again, got them here at Food City and Gray. We're going to be here for another hour, and so you can stop by and pick them up, as this young lady's done, and take one. Everybody looks at me like, what's the catch, when they come by here before you sit down and say, what's the catch? I said, there is no catch. Just take one and enjoy it, and once you get one, it'll sell itself.
Exactly.
So.
And Tom Taylor.
There you go. Good stuff.
All right. Thank you very much.
Jim Zorn. Christmas is 100 days away from today. I know what I'm getting the man for Christmas. Johnny Unitas. He loves the Colts. Raymond Mackey. Johnny Unitas. Who was the other guys on the team you like?
Didn't they have? They had Earl Morrill was Johnny backup.
Yep. Flat top.
I'm trying to think of the gentleman that was the.
Wasn't the running back Lydell Mitchell?
Lydell Mitchell.
Yeah.
But the receiver that they had, I'm trying to think of his name. He'd throw up anything. It was like a garbage can. He'd catch it.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now.
It was Mackey.
Yep.
But you're talking about the wideout.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
He threw it out there, Unitas. He got it.
Yep.
And Earl Moore went out and got it.
Yep.
I mean, when he threw it, he went out and got it.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I don't know how to find that. I guess you have to Google it.
Oh, see, and then it's going to bring up how old I really am and all that. I don't really want to go through all that. But anyway, I'm going to go sell some Grip.
But drinking Grip Energy Drink, you feel younger.
Well, I do. I don't feel my age, for sure. That's why I hang around all the young people like yourself.
Here you go. By the way, just for the record, Al's 48 years old. So
Yeah.
we're going to take a break.
Not supposed to. Right.
We're going to take a break. We're going to go to Chicago coming up next and check in with Pat Patterson live at Chicagoland Speedway, getting ready to go racing with NASCAR. Coming up, we'll check with him live as the chase starts this weekend in Chicago. He joins us next. We're live again at Food City and Gray, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447. If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Back with the Tom Daly Sports Show. We're live again at Food City and Gray here on this Food City Friday. And again, we're cracking it up. Again, the $5 sale is on. We'll have our buddy Big Daddy Dale Hammond come back through in a minute and again tell us some of the specials again for Food City for this $5 Friday sale. All day long, we got meat on sale, Coca-Cola products, ice cream, coffee, paper towels, bath tissue, all that's on sale all day long here at this Food City and all food cities across the region. We'll take a look at baseball coming up here in just a second. Got some NASCAR news as well. And so all this straight ahead here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I was doing good. During the break, I dropped everything, so that's not good. And so I'm trying to, and I apologize, trying to get everything pulled back together here so we can move forward and talk about what's going on again in NASCAR and what all is going on. Let's start with Major League Baseball. I guess it'd be a good place to go and crank it up for this Friday. So let's run down the scores from last night. White Sox beat the Tigers 17-6. I guess we want to start with the Indians. In 10 innings, they come from behind to beat the Royals 3-2 to set the record. They've now won 22 straight, again, against the wild card contending Kansas City Royals. Jay Bruce provided the heroics with a walk-off double in the 10th inning. So the biggest hit of the game came an inning earlier. With Indians down 2-1 and down to the final strike, Francisco Lindor doubled off the left field wall to tie the game, which is incredible. And so the Indians going to win the ball game, as we said, a final score make it 22 straight, setting the Major League record 3-2 in 10 innings. White Sox beat Detroit 17-6. Tigers, I don't know if they've just kind of thrown in the towel. They used, 8 or 9 pitches, 17 runs, 25 hits. Sad. Detroit's just kind of looks like they've, as I said, thrown in the towel. Red Sox over Oakland 6-2. Cardinals beat the Reds 5-2. Arizona 7, the Rockies nothing. Phillies blanked the Marlins 10-0. More about them in a minute. Rhys Hoskins did it again. Rhys Hoskins is red hot for the Phillies. He did it again. We'll talk about that in a moment. Nationals beat the Braves 5-2. Yankees all over the Orioles 13-5. Cubs beat the Mets 14-6. Mariners beat the Rangers 10-4. Twins over the Blue Jays in 10, 3-2. And the Astros beat the Angels 5-2. Speaking of the Twins, good news in Elizabethton. It has been resolved, and it's great news. The Elizabethton Twins are staying in Elizabethton. There was talk about Minnesota pulling that franchise out of Elizabethton. Last week they approved the stadium renovations, which are much needed at Joe O'Brien Field. And as a result, Minnesota said, yep, we're going to sign a 5-year contract. We're staying in Elizabethton, which is great news for the community and the region, and, of course, the Elizabethton Twins and the city of Elizabethton. It's a win-win for everybody. So, scoreboard complete. Let's take a look at the standings. First off, the only division really up for grabs right now is the Central. Cubs lead Milwaukee and the Cardinals by 3 each. Cubbies have won 3 in a row. Milwaukee's won 2 in a row. Cardinals have won 8 out of their last 10. So the Cubs and Cardinals open up a series today at Wrigley Field in Chicago. The wild card scenario in the National League, 4 teams in. If it stopped today, it'd be Arizona and Colorado in the National League, with Milwaukee and the Cardinals still in the hunt. In the American League, top 2 teams right now, the Yankees and Minnesota, with the Angels, Seattle, Kansas City, Texas, Baltimore, and Tampa Bay still in the hunt. But if it stopped today, the 2 games, or the 2 teams to play, I should say, in that one wild card game would be the Yankees and Minnesota. But obviously a lot of baseball to be played. As we told you, Indians won their 22nd straight, and so they are in a league all their own now with Major League Baseball. Also, you have Tigers slugger Miguel Cabrera homered last night, a solo shot, his 16th of the season, and so it was the 462nd of his career, I should say, 462. He's now tied for 35th on the all-time list. He's tied with Adam Dunn, Jose Canseco with 462. Next up, 34th on the all-time home run list is Dave Winfield with 465. So Miguel Cabrera with number 462 last night in a losing cause as Detroit loses again. Again, 17 runs on 25 hits. Absolutely no pitching on. Again, we'll tell you, Daniel Norris was not involved in that pitiful decision and pitiful game last night for Detroit. They've gone since August the 4th. They've played 38 games. Detroit is 9-29 since August the 4th. They are 2-12 in September, which is the worst in baseball. So Detroit going nowhere fast, and so again getting clubbed again last night like a seal. Again, big time by the White Sox. Judge did it again. Aaron Judge. Yankees scored 13 runs against the Orioles last night, thanks in part to 4 home runs. Aaron Judge hit 2 of those, his 42nd and 43rd home runs of the season for the rookie. Aaron Judge, he is now 25 for 53 with 11 home runs in his 16 games against the Orioles this season. So, yes, ma'am, help yourself. Aaron Judge, again, going deep. Again, his home runs for this rookie for the New York Yankees. And so this guy has 43 home runs. He's second most ever for a rookie, behind only Mark McGwire, had 49 back in 1989. Aaron Judge for the Yankees on a tear for the New York Yankee Ball Club. So that's what it looks like in Major League Baseball. Let's run down real quick compliments of the Johnson City Press. Let's run down the scoreboard. We gave you the scoreboard, gave you the schedule for Major League Baseball. First off, in the National League, it goes like this. A day game, big one. Cubs and Cardinals. This will pretty much decide the Central Division this weekend, I would think. Cubs and Cardinals. Cubs lead the Cardinals by 3.
It'll be Martinez for the Cardinals and John Lackey for the Cubs. 2:20 first pitch at Wrigley. Tonight under the lights, the Dodgers at Washington, Oakland and Philadelphia, Reds hosting Pittsburgh. Mets will be in Atlanta to take on Newcomb and the Braves. Milwaukee will be at Miami, San Diego, Colorado, and Arizona at San Francisco. In the American League, Baltimore at New York, Oakland and Philadelphia, Red Sox at Tampa Bay, Chicago at Detroit, Kansas City at Cleveland, Seattle will be in Houston, Toronto and Minnesota, and the Texas Rangers against the Los Angeles Angels in Los Angeles. And that's the Major League schedule. Of course, again, the big game coming up obviously would be the big series, the Cubs and the Cardinals at Wrigley Field in Chicago, starting with the 2:20 first pitch this afternoon. Quick break. We'll come right back, and we'll jump in and talk some college football and some NASCAR. All that coming up next. The chase begins at Chicagoland, and so the front runner, the favorite going in, would be obviously Martin Truex Jr. We'll take a look at some NASCAR news off the track, the schedule on the track in Chicago. We'll do that next. Again, the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 594, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink. As we go to the break, we'll give you the verse of the day. We dedicate our show to the man who hung upon the cross. We unashamedly do that. The verse of the day is Proverbs 4:5-9 says, "Never forget my words. Do not depart from my wisdom, for it will protect you and watch over you. My wisdom and understanding will honor you and present you with a crown of splendor." How about that? Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll talk NASCAR next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the things that owner Tim Smith is most proud of is their hard-earned certifications.
We are an ASE Blue Seal shop, which is important because what it tells the customer is we care enough to get certified, not in one certain area of cars. You have to be certified in 8 different certifications, in 8 different tests you have to take, and you have to be updated on them yearly to make sure that you're up to date. We not only have one of those, we have 3 ASE Master Technicians here. With the ratio, goes into a ratio, and we're a Blue Seal shop, so it tells you that we care about training and we care about knowing about your car. We want to help fix it right.
American Import Auto Repair, West Market Street, Johnson City, home of the free loaner car program. Open 6 days a week. Call today, 913-3111.
Hi, I'm Rob Cole with Bays Mountain Park. There's something for everyone at Bays Mountain Park. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or simply looking to get away and relax, Bays Mountain Park in Kingsport, Tennessee is the perfect destination. For only $4 per vehicle, enjoy 3,500 acres of breathtaking scenery, featuring 40 miles of hiking trails, wildlife habitat, one of the Southeast's premier planetariums, and much, much more. For more information, please visit www.baysmountain.com or call us at 423-229-9447. Bays Mountain Park, one of the Tri-City's best places for learning, leisure, and recreation.
If you're catching some waves or just playing in the yard, it is important to protect yourself. You may not feel the sun's heat, but UV rays can still damage your skin even in cloudy weather. Blue Lizard Sunscreen, recommended by pharmacists and dermatologists nationwide. Our SPF 30-plus formulations use only the highest quality ingredients for broad spectrum protection. As a reminder to protect yourself, our bottle turns blue when UV light is present. Blue Lizard, we've got you covered.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Back with the Tom Baylor Sports Show. Don't forget, let's take you down to the screen and let you know you can win tickets to Charlotte Motor Speedway. All you got to do is go to TomBaylorSports.com/contest. Drive for the Cure 300 on October the 7th, the Bank of America 500 on October the 8th, both in the Chase. All you got to do is go to TomBaylorSports.com/contest. No purchase necessary. We'll notify you on Monday, October the 2nd, if you win. Multiple winners, as a matter of fact. So we're giving away more than one set of tickets. So compliments of Charlotte Motor Speedway by way of Bristol Motor Speedway and our dear friend Drew Bedard. So thanks again to the folks there, and we appreciate that very much. We do have racing this weekend. We get it all started in Chicagoland for the Chase for the Championship. On the track, coming up at 12:30 today, will be, and in fact, that's coming up in about 6 minutes. You got Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series practice from Chicagoland. Then at 2 o'clock, Xfinity practice. At 4 o'clock, final practice for Xfinity. At 5 o'clock, Camping World Truck Series Keystone Light Pole qualifying. Then at 6:45, they'll go qualifying for the Monster Energy race. And then they will drop the green flag for the Camping World Truck Series, the House.com 225. That'll be coming up tonight again. And so that's what's going on. The Tale of the Turtles 400 will get the NASCAR Chase started coming up on Sunday at 3 o'clock at Chicagoland Speedway in Joliet, Illinois. A 1.5 mile D-shaped oval, seats 75,000 fans, and so they'll get it cranked up again on Sunday. Some changes yesterday in NASCAR. Interesting. This will be interesting to see how this goes. Kyle Busch and Daniel Suarez switching their pit crews. Now, Busch kind of called out his pit crew. It'll be personnel from the number 19 entry of Daniel Suarez now going to be down in the pits for Kyle Busch starting this weekend. Changing pit crews is not unheard of as of a championship contending teams, but going over the wall for Busch's Toyota team this weekend will be Daniel Suarez's team. This is what Kyle Busch had to say. Of course, he's in. Denny Hamlin's in. Matt Kenseth is in the playoffs. Daniel Suarez is not. So here is his explanation. Quote, with all these teams as good as they are, you have to come out here with all the bullets in the chamber. We feel like we're a little bit short there with the pit crew I have. Whew. We have metrics and things like that kind of show that they were just a little bit off. Not far, but just a little bit. Talking about his pit crew. When you need it most, you're going to need to count on those guys that could be the last stop at Homestead, and the fastest pit crews win, hopefully. So he won the series in 2015. Kyle Busch made the championship 4 last season, and so he enters the Tales of the Turtles 400 of Chicago third in points with the wins of Pocono, and, of course, here in Bristol, the sweep earlier this year. So a different pit crew could make the difference. Again, quoting Kyle Busch, my guys would have speed, but the speed they had was occasional. Ooh, the consistency they had was less than stellar. Ooh, there's another shot. When you can have a faster group and their consistency is better, there's no question you have to take that, end quote. Makes sense, but again, it's I think it's an obvious slap to the pit crew for the number 18 team. So anyway, Daniel Suarez's team is swapping out with the number 18 team. Please get one, feel free, they're free. We sell them here, but those are free. Take it, get one for you and that handsome fellow you got there with you. There's pink grapefruit. There's about the one I look. There's one I. Oh yeah, it's one I got. Folks come by getting some free samples here. JR Motorsports announcing today the addition of Tyler Reddick to the team's NASCAR Xfinity Series program, and a multi-year agreement that begins with the 2018 season opener. The 21-year-old Reddick will pilot JRM's 4th full-time entry in pursuit of a NASCAR Xfinity Series championship next season. He currently competes in the Xfinity Series part-time with the number 42 entry, posting a top 5 and 3 top 10s in 14 starts this season. Tyler Reddick joining Justin Allgaier, Michael Annett, and Elliott Sadler next season in place of the departing William Byron. The team will also field a 5th entry and a handful of events. So, again, Kelly Earnhardt Miller, General Manager of JR Motorsports. Again, obviously, that would be Dale Earnhardt Jr. They're picking up Tyler Reddick, along with Justin Allgaier, Michael Annett, and Elliott Sadler. So, for those of you who think that Junior is walking away from the sport, obviously he is not, because you see that he is adding a 4th driver and even a 5th team to the JR Motorsports with the Xfinity Series next season. So Tyler Reddick will be driving for JR Motorsports starting next season. Here is the round, by the way, the Monster Energy NASCAR Series playoff grid. Let's see, it goes right here. Get you one right there. They are free. That's good. Free. We sell them here, but that's free. Those are free. Here's the playoff grid. It'll be Chicagoland, then New Hampshire, then Dover. Then it'll go from 16 down to 12, then 12 down to 8, then down to the Final Four at Homestead in November to determine the championship of the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup season. So, anyway, got racing this weekend. As we said, we have this print small, so glasses go on. Tails of the Turtles 400 Chicagoland for the Cup Series on Sunday at 3 o'clock. The Xfinity Series tomorrow, the House.com 300 at Chicagoland. And then the Camping World Truck Series tonight at 8:30, the House.com 225 at Chicagoland Speedway. So everything is wide open at this point. Past champions in the field include Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and Matt Kenseth. Those are free. Take one. Absolutely free. And so Brad Keselowski, always a threat at Chicagoland. And so Martin Truex Jr. trying for a Chicagoland repeat. And so he last tried for his second straight win at Chicagoland Speedway in the Tails of the Turtles 400. Furniture Row racing driver led 32 laps on his way to victory in 2016. Kyle Larson enters the playoffs coming off a win, of course, at Richmond. So Harvick hopes for a win at Chicagoland. A victory there would tie him with Tony Stewart for the most Monster Energy NASCAR wins at Chicagoland. So Harvick does well there. He's got 2 wins, 8 top 5s, 9 top 10s. And so he runs well. So it's really anybody's race. Of course, Jimmy Johnson sets out on the drive for his record 8th championship, and that'll start this weekend. So lots of drama, lots of suspense going on in NASCAR coming up this weekend. And it all starts again at Chicagoland. Then it goes to New Hampshire. Then it comes to Dover International Speedway. So, again, the Tails of the Turtles 400 coming up, Chicagoland Speedway. And, again, as we said, you got a myriad of guys can win this thing. Truex has won there. Keselowski's won there. Kurt Busch, he has 2 top 5s, 9 top 10s at Chicagoland. He won the opening race on his way to the title in 2004. And Kevin Harvick also has won there. So it can be anybody's racing coming up Sunday in Chicago. Hey, we're live at Food City and Gray on this Food City Friday. Again, we're at the halfway point of this hour. We're going to be joined by our buddy Dave Martin at the top of the hour. NFL football last night. The Texans and the Bengals. Ooh, you talk about an ugly game. Bengals get beat 13-9. They've now scored 9 points in 2 games at the 2017 NFL season. That is not going to get it done. They got beat by the Ravens 20-0 last weekend. So they go from 20-0 to losing the Bengals last night to the Texans 13-9. Cincinnati scored 9 points in 2 games. Andy Dalton averaging 5 yards a pass. He's tossed 4 interceptions. This guy's not getting it done. The Bengals are 0-2. And so neither team set the woods on fire. It was an ugly game. Texans averaging 4 yards a play. Bengals averaged 5 yards a play. They combined for, and this will tell you all you need to know, last night's game they combined for 774 punting yards. Lots of punts last night, which means offenses were anemic at best. So Deshaun Watson was the difference in the game. Again, he started on his birthday yesterday and managed to break free for a 49-yard touchdown. That was the difference. Texans beat the Bengals last night 13-9 in an ugly, ugly game. Can't emphasize that enough. An ugly, ugly game again last night in Cincinnati. So you come back and you look at Sunday's games, goes as follows. Philadelphia, Kansas City, Arizona, and Indianapolis. Minnesota and Pittsburgh to battle the Steelers. We'll see if Adrian Peterson plays any more this week than he did last week. You've got Cleveland at Baltimore. New England will try and bounce back. The Patriots in New Orleans battle the Saints. Chicago takes on Tampa Bay in Florida on Sunday. Buffalo and Charlotte to battle Carolina. The Titans on the road to Jacksonville. The Miami Dolphins in L.A. to battle the Chargers. San Francisco at Seattle. Washington against the Rams in Los Angeles. Dallas at Denver. Ezekiel Elliott will play for the Cowboys. The Sunday night game, Green Bay at Atlanta. Monday Night Football, the Lions in New York to battle the Giants. And the game that really matters, you know what I'm going to tell you about, that would be the Raiders. My boys, the Silver and Black, they're back, and they'll host the pitiful Jets coming up Sunday at the Black Hole in Oakland. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll talk college football. We're live here at Food City in Gray. We'll do that right after you hear this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 594, brought to you by Grip Energy Drink.
Blue Lizard Australian Sunscreen originated in Australia, where sunscreen standards are the strictest in the world. Although our products are now manufactured here in the U.S., we continue to adhere to the most stringent Australian standards to offer the best in broad-spectrum sun protection. Blue Lizard, the brand most recommended by pediatricians and dermatologists. Our smart bottle turns blue in the presence of UV rays, reminding you to cover up. You bring the sun, Blue Lizard brings the magic.
It's Chevy Truck Month, Take 2 at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. The savings and selection of over 600 new Chevys to choose from are at an all-time high. 1500 All-Star Crew, $11,000 off. 1715 All-Star Double Cab, $10,000 off. 18 Equinox LT, $5,000 off. 17 Traction Traverse, $5,000 off. Shop us online 24/7 and remember our Saturday parts and service hours. Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City, where we leave you asking, how do they do that?
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of the patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from patient mold inserts, which further ensure a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 6 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, 1-800-524-4447.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us live again at Food City. Don't forget these specials. Let's run them down for you. Big Daddy was here and jumped up, took a phone call, so we'll run them down for you. New York, these are all $5. USDA Select New York Strip Steak, a family pack, $5 again per pound. Let's see, family pack per pound, $5. Coca-Cola products, here he comes, 24-pack, 12-ounce cans for $5. Let him do it. He'll do it better than I can. Then we'll go to Cincinnati. We're going to talk about high school and college football coming up here in just a second, but let's get my man back on the screen here, Big Daddy Dale. Let's see, where is he? It's right here, boom. And let's bring on the other camera because we're tired of looking at me, and let's see what he's got to say. Boom, and boom. There he is. He's on the phone. So while he's doing that, let's run down the Florida teams. Again, the South Florida UConn game originally scheduled for week 2 has been rescheduled on November the 4th. UConn will host ECU. That'll be coming up next Sunday, replacing an open date. This is confusing, so we're going to scrap this because this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. We're going to play here instead of there, and so we're going to pass on that. Some of the games canceled. Miami, Florida State canceled, rescheduled on October the 7th, so that's the big one's been rescheduled. So let's run down top 25 college football. What? Oh. South Florida hosting Illinois tonight, 7 o'clock in Florida. Number 7, Michigan playing Air Force tomorrow. Number 9, Oklahoma State at Pittsburgh. Number 25, UCLA plays at Memphis. 10th ranked Wisconsin, the Badgers at BYU. 16th ranked Virginia Tech. The Hokies will beat East Carolina tomorrow, 3:30 kickoff in Greenville, North Carolina. TCU hosting SMU. That's a 3:30 kick. The obvious, Tennessee and Florida, 3:30 kickoff in the Swamp tomorrow. Number 15, Auburn playing host to Mercer. Other top 25, Ohio State checkbook game against Army. 4:30 kickoff at the Shoe in Columbus. 21st ranked Washington State plays Oregon State. Number 2, Oklahoma, the Boomer Sooner hosting the Tulane Green Wave. That'll be ugly. 6 o'clock in Norman, Oklahoma. Top-ranked Alabama taking on Colorado State. That should be a butt whooping, I would think. Number 12, this ought to be a good ball game here. Number 12, LSU at Mississippi State. 7 o'clock tomorrow night on ESPN. Penn State hosting Georgia State at 7:30. Excuse me, at Penn State. Shouldn't be a problem there. Samford traveling into Georgia at a 7:30 kickoff tomorrow night against the Bulldogs. Here's a good one. 18th ranked Kansas State at Vanderbilt. That could be interesting in Nashville. 7:30 kick. Number 3, Clemson at number 14, Louisville. I don't think it's going to be a ball game. I think Clemson's going to dominate that game. Louisville's defense is very porous. Clemson's offense still trying to get going under Bryant, the replacement for Deshaun Watson, but I don't think Clemson will have any problem. This one could be halfway decent. Texas at number 4, Southern Cal tomorrow night. Got 2 more. Number 6, Washington hosting Fresno State. And Stanford the Cardinal on the road at San Diego State. There's your top 25 in college football. And one other note before we get Big Daddy in here. Nebraska giving Mike Riley a contract extension through the 2020 season. His base salary is kind of like what Dale Hammond makes, $2.9 million this year, $3 million in 2018, and actually maybe going a little low, and $3.1 million in 2019. Riley 16-12, the Cornhuskers, even though they lose last week to Oregon 42-35, he gets a contract extension. So apparently somebody likes the direction the Cornhusker football program is going. Here's my man, Big Daddy's back in one more time. How you doing, Bubba?
Good, man. How are you?
I love coming out here. This is one of my favorite stops. Love this guy. It sounds corny and cheesy, but I do like him. He works hard, runs a great store, and you got this is some great deals. $5 Friday. I keep going over these. I'm thinking, man, there's some serious good deals here, like the Coke and the bath tissues and the paper towels. And if you're a booster club or somebody who runs a concession stand or someplace needs to use a lot of paper towels and or toilet paper, those type of paper products, that's a great deal we got going on till closing tonight. Take it away, big guy. What we got?
Okay, we got New York strip steaks, $5 a pound in the family pack. We've got the 24-pack Coca-Cola products that are $5. The Halo Top ice cream is 2 for $5. Maxwell House Wake Up Roast Coffee is $5 for the 30.65 ounce can. Assorted varieties of Lux beans are 12 for $5, and like you said, the Cottonelle tissue and the Viva towels are $5 also.
That's a screaming deal, because you get, how many paper towels you get in that?
In the paper towels, let's see, you get 6 rolls equals 8, or 6 rolls equals 9.
He just turns around.
They're right
he
behind
just turns
us
around and looks. Yeah, I got you. Viva paper towels right behind us. And bath tissue, you get, what does it say, 12 rolls?
12 rolls, yes.
Yeah, for $5, folks can't beat it. And it's not a Zing Zang brand. It's Cottonelle and Viva. So
Right.
These are great deals.
We also got a Simply Done kitchen bags, a 90-count box for only $5.
Those, I would assume, be trash bags?
Yes, sir.
Kitchen bags?
Kitchen
All right.
bags, trash
All
bags.
right.
And in the produce, we've got our fresh produce, vegetable or fruit trays that are just $5 a piece, limit 4 on those. And then we got a lot of varieties of specialty cheese. There's over 20 varieties to choose from. It's only $5.
Yeah, I'm on the fruit tray tonight. I got to come back after the ball game and get one, but no, they're pre-made. They're already made up.
We make them up, yeah. We have a pretty good selection of them right now. We got about 25 fruit and 25 vegetable back here.
Yeah, I get everything at Food City, but let's face it, when you get a watermelon, sometimes it's hit or miss. I got to tell you, this year, every watermelon I bought from Food City's it's been almost like a religious experience. It is awesome and sweet and good stuff. So Where's the melons coming in from now? Florida?
No.
Georgia?
No, Ohio's where they're coming from right now.
Oh, really?
Really?
So I didn't even know we got watermelons from Ohio. So anyway, gas, by the way, has gone down. It went up, then it's going back down. So it's with your Food City 150, you get $2.50 a gallon if you got 150 Food City value points. And so that's good. And let's see what else I was going to ask you about. Oh, here's the regular sale ad. I wanted to look, and y'all still have all the patio furniture's gone, isn't it?
All the patio furniture's gone.
We're 100 days away from Christmas.
100 days.
The Bakery Deli. Let's jump in because a lot of folks on the move, getting ready to go to a ball game tonight or tomorrow, and say, let's come in here and grab something on the way, and you've got some good choices.
Okay, we've got a French dip combo. It's $5. You get a French dip sandwich. You can get chips or fries and a 16-ounce drink for only $5. And on our hot bars, we have the hot bar meal from 4 to 7. You get entree, 2 sides, a roll, and a 20-ounce drink, and you get 2 of these meals for $10. We've also got a special going on right now on a sub combo. You can get a family sub that feeds 6 to 8 people and 2 bags of Terry's chips and 12-count regular bakery cookies for $10.99.
I'll say it again. That's a great deal. What is it again?
You get 1 family-size sub, 2 bags of Terry's potato chips, and a dozen cookies out of the bakery for $10.99. Good for tailgating, going to the game.
I guess. That's a great deal. A family-size sub that feeds 6 to 8 folks. Obviously, it's a big one. You get the sub of your choice, right? What you want on it?
Yes.
2 bags of Terry's chips and 12 regular bakery cookies for $11. Well, you couldn't make it for that. You couldn't buy the bread and the meat and even go make the sandwich for that.
That's true. We've also got a pizza combo where you get 2 Food Club Rising Crust pizzas, 1 bag of Fresh Express garden salad, 2 bags of Terry's chips, and a gallon of Food Club sweet tea for $10.99.
Yep. And then Food City always works real close with Dollywood, and they got a special going on right now with Dollywood and Coca-Cola. The Dollywood Harvest Festival, which starts September the 29th, goes to the end of October. And tell me what we got going on. The Great Pumpkin. It's a new thing Dolly's come out with. It's pretty cool. It's all about pumpkins.
Yes, you can get $10 off of admission into Dollywood for the Great Pumpkin Illuminates by buying any Coca-Cola product. When you buy a Coca-Cola product, it'll automatically print you out a coupon for $10 off admission to that. Something new they're trying this year, so should be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah? I'm telling you, that sub combo, if you're a tailgater, you're on the move like tonight, going to go to the ball game, and you don't want to cook, you come in and get a sub that'll feed 6 to 8 people, 2 bags of chips and 12 cookies for $10.99?
$10.99.
You talking about a deal.
That's a good deal.
Hello, Texas. You talking about a deal. That is a deal.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
beat that.
National Family Meals Month this month in September, and we're each week we're having a different combo that you could buy that's geared at feeding the whole family for one price.
You can't beat it. And also the pizza combo. Yes, ma'am. Take one. Absolutely free. There are no catches. There are no hooks. Are you Karen Jenkins?
I am.
That's what I thought. There are no. Yes, I am.
I wouldn't tell nobody you do that.
Take 1 or 2. Get it. They are for the taking. So this sub combo, you're quite welcome. And the pizza combo: 2 Rising Crust Food Club pizzas, 1 Fresh Express garden salad bag, 2 bags of Terry's chips, and a gallon of sweet tea for $10.99.
Correct.
God, that's an everyday, or is that a one-time thing?
That's for this week. We're doing that all this week. We change that out each week.
I don't even know about that. That is awesome. I guess it tells me I need to dig in a little bit farther. Here's something else. Seedless clementines. Man, you talk about good. 3-pound bag for $4.99. You talking about getting your vitamin C. Woo, doggies is good. So anyway, that's some of the specials going on. All right, we're going to run down this real quick for you. We're going to do a high school football poll. We're going to take a break, and we're going to go to my buddy Dave in Cincinnati. Polls are out this week. Of course, they came out on Tuesday. 6A, Scienceville, 8th in the state in 6A. 5A from our region, Daniel Boone ranked 6th in 5A. 4A, Greenville at number 1. Tell you how good Greenville is. Greenville's played 3 6A teams: Dobbins Minute, Science Hill, Morristown West. Beat all 3 of them by double digits. 2 of them on the road. That's how good Greenville is, and they're number 1 in the state in 4A. Elizabeth at number 6 in the state. In 3A, Johnson County at number 4. Alcoa's number 1. Johnson County number 4. 2A football, Meigs County number 1. Happy Valley number 7. And then the single A, South Pittsburgh number 1. And the Cloudland Highlanders at number 8 in the state.
All right, here's your schedule for today. In no particular order, Bearden and Science Hill, who you like?
Science Hill.
Chuckydoka, North Green, Claiborne, Union County, Cloudland and Hancock County, Cock County, Crockett, and Jonesboro. That's a pretty good ball game right there. It's been a while since Cock County and Crockett played in a game, quite frankly, that meant something, but it does. You like Crockett or Cock County and Jonesboro?
Crockett.
There you go. Farragut of Jeff County. Farragut ranked. They're, where are they? They're fourth in the state. Pretty good football team. Ramona's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Ramona. We are on the air. Yes, we are. Yes.
I can't read lips.
What's he saying?
I don't know.
She's
I don't
talking
think
real.
she knows.
Oh, yes, we are. Here we are right here. Come right here. We're on the camera.
Come on around here.
Come right here and look.
Come right here
there
so
we
the
is.
world
Can
can
you
see you?
Look right over and look over. Ramona, look over and look at his bald head. Look right there on that camera. Can you see on the screen? There he is. We're on the air. On that camera right there.
Come around here and you can say Dale, yeah.
Dale, yeah. I love Ramona. She's awesome. Give him a hug on the camera. I double dog dare you.
Come on around here.
Give me some taters right here. Give me a tater. There's my girl right there. She's awesome. How long you been here? How many years?
She got here at 5.
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
How do you do it? I pray for you every day. She's been here. How long has she been here? Since 5. Gate City at Boone. You like the Trailblazers? You like Gate City?
I have to go with Boone.
Let's see. Granger, Elizabethton, Happy Valley, Cosby, Hardin Valley, Morristown West, Johnson County, West Green, Morristown East of Tennessee High at the Stone Castle.
Let's go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you to this. Oneida, Cumberland Gap, Pisgah, North Carolina, Greenville. They don't know what they're getting ready to hit into because, tell you what, that's a juggernaut down in Greenville. They can play. South Green at Sullivan North.
Bloomingdale Raiders.
I love it. Bloomingdale Raiders. Sullivan Central and Sullivan South. What do you think about that one?
Well, I have some of the Sullivan Central football team that works here. Sullivan South all the way.
All right. Sullivan East of Union County, Unaka, Jellicoe, Bragging Rights of Hawkins County, Volunteer Cherokee. You know that's going to be intense.
Yes. I'm going to go with Cherokee.
DB has the week off. In Virginia tonight, Abington at Christiansburg, East Side at Lee, Holston at Castlewood, Lebanon will be in John Battle to battle the Trojans. The Fighting Titans of Twin Springs hosting Patrick Henry. Ridgeview at Union. The Rye Cove War Eagles will be at Thomas Walker. Virginia High, the Bearcats, and Wise Central. And J.I. Burton has the night off. Last but not least, before we go to the break, we'll let him run them down one more time before we go to the break. SEC for this week. Colorado State at Alabama, Auburn hosting Mercer. Of course, Florida, Tennessee, Samford at Georgia, Kentucky and South Carolina. That's going to be a good one in Columbia. Who would you go with that one? Gamecocks or Kentucky?
I'm going to say the Gamecocks. They've been showing something here lately.
They have been.
Yeah.
LSU will be at Mississippi State. Ole Miss goes out on the left coast and play UC Berkeley. I think that's where the hippies go. UC Berkeley. Peace and love. Oh,
Peace,
Lordy.
love, and football.
Peace, love, and they probably don't even know what a football is out there. They probably do. Shouldn't say that. UC Berkeley, that's your opponent. Missouri hosting Purdue and Columbia, Missouri tomorrow. Texas A&M needing a win. They'll have Louisiana Lafayette in town and College Station for Kevin Sumlin. And then we've got Vanderbilt taking on Kansas State in Nashville. Big Daddy, one more time. Them $5 specials all day long till closing. And what's been the trend so far? What have you been seeing? What's been flying out here?
The party trays, the fruit and vegetable trays out of produce is going really good right now. The steaks, the New York strip steaks and the meat department are doing real well. The Coca-Cola products are doing well, and the paper products are doing real well also.
There you go.
There you go.
Give me a little sip of that pineapple grip. It's good for you.
Good for you.
Good for my throat.
Good.
Get you one to free.
Free.
When you want me to come back?
I'll have to look.
Spring, fall.
Yeah.
We're going
February the 30th.
Oh, there you go. February the 31st. Guy loves me. What can I say? We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. Give me some taters. Love this guy. He's awesome. Great guy. Runs a great store. Great store manager. He does. They're all great. This guy's a dandy. Quick break. We'll go to Cincinnati. Talk a little Cincinnati Bengals and Buckeyes and Reds next with my buddy Dave Martin with WLW Radio, the big one in Cincinnati on AM 700. He joins us next here
on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City takes care of both male and female customers, but owner Kim Smith says they have a special care and concern for ladies.
Being a female in what's considered a man's business, I understand the trepidation that women may have when they come to the shop. They feel like they don't know about cars, they might be intimidated, but that's not the way we do business. Everybody's treated the same. We take the time to explain anything that they have questions about, the repair, the process, the part. We want to make sure people are comfortable with what we're going to do to their vehicle and that they understand. We do cater to women in a sense. We have a real nice waiting room with nice Keurig coffee and flavored creamers, air-conditioned, cushioned seats, TV, everything a girl could want while she waits for her car to be fixed.
American Import and Auto Repair in Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock. You've been involved in a car accident. You may be out of state on vacation or just a few miles from home. What do you do? Who do you call? At Farmers Insurance Group, one call is all you have to make. Hello, this is Jim Klein, an agent with Farmers Insurance. It's called One and Done. You don't have to wait till Monday morning to file a claim. You can make the initial call and we'll begin right away to help you. We assist you in moving the vehicle to a certified repair shop, getting you set up with rental car, and informing your agent. Then here at the staff at Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, we follow the claim through to the end. It's that easy. One and Done. We're your one and done location for all your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, commercial, workers' comp, and bonds. We can help you with all your insurance needs. Give me a call today, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance at 247-5400. Your one and done location in Kingsport, 247-5400.
Any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Over 10 to choose from. Perfect for having the gang over to watch the big game, birthday parties, church get-togethers, backyard gatherings, everything from fruit trays to garden salad trays to nuggets and chicken strip trays. And for the sweet tooth, try the cinnamon cluster or chocolate chunk cookie tray. So you see, any day is a good day to get a tray from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A at the Crossings in North Johnson City.
I'm Tom Taylor, you are
Dave Angie.
And we got coming up, it's a really cool, every Thursday, it's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview Show. Get you ready for high school and college football every week. Every Thursday, you're going to be covering what for us?
Be looking at the Big East Conference.
Ooh, that would be Dobbinsville, Sciencefield, and all those great football teams in that conference. Doug Fritz will be giving you the rest of the high school football picture every week. Then we got colleges covered. Who are we going to be covering?
We got ETSU. We have Tennessee. We have Virginia Tech.
All those. Carmichael's will be along to give us the big 5 games every week because it is a 5-star football preview show. So hope you'll join us every Thursday right here in the showroom of Champion Chevrolet. Dave and I will be co-hosting the Champion Chevrolet 5-star football preview. And then on top of all that, we're going to have a picking panel where you're going to match us against you and you against us, and I can't wait because they don't have a chance. You're going to go up against us, we're going to pick against you for some really cool prizes, and they don't have a chance, do they?
No chance at all. It's going to be fun times.
Oh yeah, putting toe to what?
Toe to the leather, man.
Toe to the leather,
Ready
man.
to go.
Ready to go. Can't wait. Again, join us every Thursday right here. It's a Maiden Voyage Cool Show, co-hosted by Dave Angie and myself. It's the Champion Chevrolet 5-Star Football Preview coming up every Thursday right here from Champion Chevrolet on the Bristol Motor Mile in Johnson City. Can't wait to see you on the show. We're back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's go to live in Cincinnati at WLW Radio AM 700. My man's on there riding away with Dave. Good afternoon, Sunshine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Blue Skies today, so no problem about that. No rain showers and stuff, but it's not too many happy, smiling faces in Cincinnati after that debacle last night. And actually, I went and witnessed this first chance. I give you a report here on the Bengalis and stuff. But first of all, don't worry about your Reds. It's the old adage, Tommy. Wait till next year.
Absolutely.
We won't even bother. We won't even talk about that, and we'll talk about, I guess, my team in the land of the 20 here in a second. But yeah, let's talk about the Bengals, because your pal Willie Cunningham, he's taking phone calls on the station WLW 700, big one down here, and everybody's crying the blues. But I went there and sat through the game, watched the whole thing firsthand, saw the big jumbotrons. I could see the replays and stuff like that. And the only thing I would tell you is this: is that the blame is laid two areas. Number one, the play calling last night by the Bengals. Whoever's making the play calling is pitiful.
Oh, yeah.
And the only thing worse than the play calling is that offensive line. You got two tackles for the Bengals that absolutely. The only way they can block anybody is if they tackle somebody. I mean, they might be better on defense than they are on the offensive line, because they can't block a soul. That's just plain cold hard facts there.
We're talking to Dave, of course, in Cincinnati. Well, you look at the team; they get shut out last week. I mean, it just befuddles me how a pro football team can be shut out. They can't even get a field goal. And a lot of these field goal kickers can now bust them from 45 and 50 yards. They don't even score a point. Dalton had 4 picks last week against the Ravens, and now they come back last night, and they're awful. I mean, there were 774 punting yards last night between the two teams. That tells you how anemic both offenses were, and so they're 0-2. They've scored 9 points in 2 games, and the Bengals have got problems, obviously. I guess that's an understatement. But you were there last night. What kind of fan base was in Cincinnati watching the Bengals?
Well, I'll give the fans credit. I thought the fans to be liquored up, and they were ready to roll. Of course, it was a night game and stuff, but I mean, I didn't see anybody stagger into the stadium. I saw a few people stagger out of the stadium, but that's what the hell? How Cincinnati to Queen City? I mean, they got fast or Oktoberfest or something, one of the biggest ones in the country starting. So hell, they just got an early start on it last night and stuff. But yeah, they were in a partying mood, no question about it. No, the fans were great. The fans were great, and everything was good. The Bengals defense played real good. Adam Jones came back. A lot of people call him Pac-Man. He told me he didn't like to be called Pac-Man. I said, yes, sir, no problem, Adam. I got you all the way. But no, the problem is this, is that Andy Dalton, you can't really lay the blame on Andy Dalton, because he just is, when he stays in the pocket, he's getting sacked or he's getting flushed out. The only time Andy really had success, with the exception of one bomb to A.J. Green where he personally beat 3 guys, went up for the ball, made a great catch. It still didn't result in a touchdown. But the problem is Dalton has got to get out of the pocket. He had to run for his life. He made some good throws coming out of the pocket. I kept telling my buddy all night, I said, man, the only way the Bengals have got a chance to win is they got to run Mixon, and they got to get Dalton on the rollout. They got to get him on the rollout, because he ain't going to do jack in the pocket. And that was basically the case, but they never, put anything together to roll him out, get him away from the heat. Have a tight end block down on one of the tackles and give him a chance to do something out there. And so that's the tale of the tapes right there. But the play calling is just pathetic. And, Marvin Lewis is walking around there trying to look for Hugh Jackson. Somebody needs to let Marvin know that Hugh Jackson's up in Cleveland now. So he's not there to bail him out and stuff. So, I mean, he kind of looks like a deer in the headlights. And, the fans are hot about it. And like you say, the Bengals have got a lot of weapons. But, I mean, they're not being put in position to do anything. Their one rookie, John Ross, he ran on the end reverse and, gained 20 or 30 yards. As soon as he got hit, boom, out pops the football right in the Houston guy's hand, ran about 70 yards the other way. And Houston, and give them credit, I mean, they played on the road, and I know they've been dealing with a lot of problems down there in Houston, Texas with the hurricane and stuff like that, but they're all beat up. I heard somebody say they had like 20 guys on the DL. J.J. Watt's playing with a broken finger, and half the bone, I guess, is sticking out, and he's still, toughing it out. But Houston is not that talented of a team, although I'll give their quarterback, Watson, a B grade mark last night because he actually made some real good throws. He got roughed up a couple times, but he looked pretty decent. He had that one long broken run, 49 yards. A couple Bengals missed him and let him score the touchdown, the only touchdown of the game, and that was enough to propel him to a win. So the Bengals is going to be a down season, no question in my mind, because they got no line, and I don't know where they're going to go out. And they might be better off to find a couple boys on the street over here. There's some big boys. I've seen some big boys rumbling around last night in coming into the stadium. So, get somebody to go out there and say, hey, man, would you like to put a jersey on, some pads, and see if you can block somebody? I think they'd be better off doing that.
We're talking to our buddy Dave Martin live in Cincinnati WLW Radio. So going from a negative to a positive, how about those Indians in Cleveland setting the record 22 straight? This team is the hottest team in baseball heading into the last couple of weeks of regular season. Indians are on fire. Tell me about it.
Well, I never like to do any bragging, so I don't want your audience to, misunderstand me and stuff, but I told you so. And if you make the prediction ahead of time, then I guess you get some street creds, right, Tommy?
Absolutely. You get some props. Yep, you do.
That's right, I should. Mm-hmm. I called it over a month ago before they started on this win streak. No, I think I told your audience and you that, in my opinion, and I don't know every pitching staff in baseball. However, I do know that if there's a team with a better pitching staff, top to bottom, than the Cleveland Indians, I want to see who it is. And I think this is really what's made their streak. Plus, now they're getting some bats swinging. And here's the other thing about the Cleveland Indians is they've had 3 former All-Stars on the DL. They got Tippis and Bradley and a big Andrew Miller. That's what he was last year, coming in the 7th inning or 8th inning or even closing games if they needed them. They've all been on the DL, so the Indians have actually pulled this off with 3 key parts, and now they just lost one of their young studs that was out there stealing 18 out of 19 bases and hitting the ball and making great plays in the field. He just broke his left hand, and Francona had just said in the paper that he was going to try and slow him down because he had gotten a concussion like 3 or 4 days before, so they've lost him, but they're not missing a beat, and I give them credit. They made a couple real good pickups that I think is really going to pay dividends in the postseason. That's your buddy Jay Bruce, that was a former Red. He's come through. He had a big timely hit last night to keep the streak going, and played real good defense. I think he's a good factor there in the clubhouse. And they picked up Joe Smith, another reliever, to stick in the pen. The biggest problem the Indians are going to have is who's going to make the cutoff on the squad, for the playoffs. But right now, they're hitting on all cylinders. They're getting great pitching. They probably got the number 1 starter in all of baseball, Corey Kluber. He's just been lights out. And they've got, their bullpen is just been unbelievable here, shutting teams down. So, I mean, they're on all cylinders, but, baseball fame is kind of fleeting and stuff. But I told you about a month and a half ago, I looked for the Indians to make it back to the World Series, and right now, the Dodgers are getting beat up. It might end up being Washington. Looks like they might be the cream of the crop in the National League, but we got a ways to go. But, hey, one other thing I want to throw out there is your Buckeyes, because I saw the handwriting on the wall, and everybody wants to know about the Buckeyes because, they got it put to them pretty good. And they could have actually had the score could have been a lot higher at Oklahoma. And I saw, about a quarter of the game on TV and listened to a lot of it on the radio. The Buckeyes are in a little bit of trouble and disarray for the simple reason that J.T. Barrett, he is just not getting the job done. No. He doesn't want to put the ball down and run the ball. He's throwing some lousy passes. The receivers are, they just can't get loose. They're out there waving to the fans as they run pass patterns and stuff. And of course, they got their press clippings dangling in their pockets like the DBs and stuff like that. And so Urban Meyer's going to have to right the ship. Now, he's got a lot of time to do that because they've got a relatively soft schedule until they go up against Penn State. And the Buckeyes could rebound and win the rest of their games because they are very talented. But these coaches nowadays, and I got a problem with them, and it happens in the NFL too, they're too soft on these players, I think. We got a bunch of little snowflakes all coming into the league, whether it's in the college or into the pro ranks, and you got to be so gentle with them, and you stick all their press clippings in their pockets, and trot them out there in front of the fans. They can smile for the pitchers and wave to the cheerleaders and blah blah blah. They just aren't tough enough, and the tough teams are the ones that are going to win. And I think that's what you see with Alabama. I think Oklahoma showed the Buckeyes what it's like being a tough team and knocking somebody on the ground and pancaking them and stuff, and tackling guys and hitting somebody on a tackle instead of trying to push them down. Hell, you might as well go out there and play flag football or something like that. So that's kind of like my analysis of what I've seen. And, one other thing, too, Tommy, I got to take a shot at, because you're a sports guy and I'm a sports guy, talk radio guy, but is there anything more pathetic nowadays than ESPN Sports?
I don't watch
it. And when you have their hack, you don't watch it just like I don't watch it and everybody else don't watch it, but you see the news flashes with their hack anchors and stuff running their mouth about Donald Trump's this, Donald Trump's that, and then the Disney crew, they don't even fire the hack. And then, I'm looking here at USA Today, and I'm seeing some of these reporters, and they were talking, NFL preview, perfect Patriots. Well, you saw how long that lasted, not one game. In 10 questions for the NFL season. You got hacks nowadays that's covering sports. I promise your audience, Tom Taylor and myself have forgotten more about sports than what these jackasses on ESPN and writing for USA Today paper know. Now, is that a fact or not, Tommy?
Well, we've been around a while, Dave. Yeah, I would. Some of these.
Well, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
I would think so. Yeah.
We're over the hill.
Yeah. Some of those. Some of them I got a question, but it's a double standard. We know that it's been a double standard. Looks like it's going to continue to be a double standard in this country, which is not right, but it is what it is. But I'm proud of our president, and so whether you like the guy or not, he's in the White House. I think he's doing a pretty good job. He ain't perfect. Only one man ever walked perfect. That was the Lord. But I like what he's doing, and I respect him. And the girl took a cheap shot at him, and she should have gotten disciplined more. She didn't. But I don't watch them anyways. It don't make a difference. They lost me a long time ago. But we're going to be with you tomorrow night. Before I get out of here, tell me how I'm going to be hanging out with Dave tomorrow night on 700 WLW.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm doing the Itty Bitty Show, America's Trucking Network, 700 WLW. Anybody can listen on iHeartRadio, but 700 is a pretty powerful station, 50,000 watts, so you can hear it pretty much anywhere in the country. And, I talk sports and I talk entertainment, what little there is coming out of Hollywood nowadays. But and I talk a little bit of politics and current events, and, of course, latest, greatest, whatever's going on in the trucking world. Now, give a little plug that right now the truckers have really stepped up to the plate, man, because they are hauling the supplies down to Florida. Absolutely. They've been hauling the stuff down there in Houston, trying to help out all the people, and they waive the rules. And I know a lot of the boys are working overtime and stuff like that, trying to do their small part, because it's really been a all-around group effort where it's all of us deplorables, you know what I mean. They're the ones stepping up to the plate to help people out. I don't see Hollywood doing anything like that, because the cameras are probably left or whatever, and the celebrities, I don't see them down there doing it. It's just the red-blooded Americans and stuff, patriotic Americans, doing everything they can to help out the people. But so I'll be on the air tonight, and I'll be on the air tomorrow night. You're going to pay a visit at 1:00 and tomorrow night. And I've got a good lineup of some guests that's going to be coming up on future shows. So anybody that missed a show, you can always go back and listen to the podcast. That's content on demand. Go to the 700 WLW website and stuff. But I try to have a good fun. I mix everything in and kind of keep it a little tongue in cheek. And remember, Tommy, we're not old. When we walk by the mirror, don't pay no attention to that guy in the mirror, okay?
That's it.
Just remember, we're just a little retro, and remember, we got to see all the cool bands.
As the Bellamy Brothers used to say, old hippies. Yeah, I mean, I was talking today about somebody that I saw the Eagles back in 76. They said, 76? I said, yeah, when one of these nights was #1 in the country, I was in the stands or in the crowd watching the Eagles. I said, you're old. I said, yep. I hung out with the original Leonard Skinner back in 74. They said, God, you're a dinosaur. I said, oh, well.
Yeah, well.
That was good music.
Well, there's some. Oh, yeah, it is. And believe it or not, I've seen some of these bands. In fact, Mike Reno, the lead singer from Loverboy, and I'm not talking about me being the lover boy. I'm talking about the band Lover Boy, you know, working for the weekend and all those cool songs. He's supposed to be paying a visit maybe even tomorrow night, so I'm working on that. But I just saw Big and Rich, Big Kenny, boy, he put on a hell of a show, super nice guy. And I saw REO Speedwagon a few weeks ago, and some real good Southern rockers, Blackberry Smokes. I'm lining up some different interviews. So some of them are classic rockers, and some of them are the new guys. But, you know, one thing we got to mention is that it's a tragic shame about Troy Gentry passing away in that accident. I'd let your audience know I had a chance to talk with him for about 10 minutes last year when he played here in the Cincinnati area last year. What a super nice guy and such a talented individual, and we will really, really miss him. There's no question in stuff, and hopefully Eddie will carry on some way, shape, or form, but that's just a tragic accident. And I just guess it highlights that we never know how long we're going to be around, so I guess we've been lucky to make it as long as we have, Tommy.
You got it. Hey, great report, my friend. I'll talk to you tomorrow night. Great job as always, and we'll be riding away with Dave tomorrow night. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, brother.
You got it.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Yep, that's my man, Dave Martin. You get him rolling. You just don't know where he's headed. That's all right. That's good stuff. Hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Thanks to my man, Dale Hammond, the store manager, Al Biker from Grip Energy. Dave Martin just heard from WLW in Cincinnati. Pat Patterson, the Performance Racing Network, live at Chicago. Vince Red, a former NFL player with the Chiefs and the Patriots. Pretty cool to hear a guy sit there and talk that he was in the defensive film room with Bill Belichick and hung out with Tom Brady and those guys back in the day when he played for the Patriots and the Chiefs. Also, Sean Witten, head football coach of Elizabethton, joined us by phone. So, hey, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Monday, we take it on the road to Freddy's in North Johnson City. Tuesday will be Mike's Medicine Mart. Wednesday will be at Chick-fil-A. Next Thursday will be at Champion Chevrolet. And next Friday, got a surprise stop. And then a week from Monday, we're taking a show to West Virginia. We'll be at Hardee's in West Virginia, broadcasting live from Charleston, West Virginia on Monday the 25th, I guess it is. We'll be up there for the second time, up here talking West Virginia football, Marshall football. We're going to be talking back to Tennessee folks about some sports here. So it's kind of a mixed bag show on the 25th from Hardee's in Charleston, West Virginia. So have a great weekend. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. And so for Dale Hammond and all the kids here at Food City, this is Tom Taylor telling, as always, until we meet again, win or lose, be a good sport. So long, everybody.